Miss Low Brown. Robinson.
How you doing?
Hey.
Speaking to Mike?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
no,
we gonna-
am I good?
No, we gonna need you to.
Oh, I need to come closer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, we don't want you to mess your
Mic
hair
out the stand
up.
if you want.
Huh?
You take the mic out the stand.
No, I'm good. I'll just bring
Okay,
it
you
like
wanna
this.
put the
Is this
headphones on for
good?
it?
Can I? Yes, yes.
Headphones are optional.
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know nothing about
Nah,
this.
you cool. Put on the headphones so we all can
Can I
really,
do 'em?
Yeah, there you
You
go. Look
good.
at it. I'm not gonna mess up my hair.
You know what I'm saying? I can't mess up my weave.
Got my hair
I just pulled this one off the rack. And
Shook it out, put it on. Boom, what? Got
That's
you,
right.
boo.
That's
What? And we got Miss Low Brown Robinson here.
Hello.
And tell us about yourself, young lady.
Hi. Well, no.
okay, so
no.
yeah, I understand all about you.
Right.
You the one, right? Because they said that.
Oh, that's
Actually, I have a company called Mental Beauty. Well, my main company is called Black Blonde.
okay.
And Black Blonde has two entities. We focusing on beauty. One's a physical beauty, and which is facade. And then my mental beauty company is called Mental Beauty.
Okay.
And Mental Beauty focuses on the mind, body, and the soul, and renewing the self-esteem. Right now, we're focusing on addicted to abusive love relationship syndrome, AALRS, and it's just that when you're in a relationship with someone and they hurt you constantly, and you keep wondering, why am I going back? Why am I staying here? There's no ball and chain keeping me there, but you know, I just can't seem to walk away.
Right.
Then there's a problem. So
Okay.
we're here to bring light to that, to shed light on it.
Okay. You know, I've been in many of those kind of relationships.
We
I
all have.
call it a double back syndrome.
Yeah.
You know, because you keep going back over and over, like, I love you, boo. And you come back and be like, hey, girl.
Yeah.
It's good.
You know, negative. But,
So why you going back?
Because she's addicted
It
to
was
abusive love
there you
relationships.
go.
It's
That's
good.
it. No.
Love ain't supposed to hurt.
Love is not supposed
Seriously.
to hurt you.
I understand. That's real. See, you are the first woman
Yeah.
that I actually heard to say love don't hurt.
Yeah, it's not supposed to hurt.
Cause like those are my warning signals right there. When a female tell me I love hard, like
Right.
that ain't that you love hard. Like that means like you gonna bust my windows and stuff. Like
All
nah,
that.
That's
cut
wrong.
me.
That's wrong.
And that goes
Like,
both ways.
Right, you're right. See, that's why I don't want to get love hard. Just like me a whole lot.
There you go.
That's just
When it gets to that point where it's physical and it's violent, whether it's mental or physical, then it's time to step away. And then you need to reevaluate yourself, because there's no ball and chain that's holding you there. You can easily leave. You have to ask yourself why. If somebody, they touch a stove and it's hot and you burn yourself, why would you continue to do that?
Right.
That's insane.
Right.
That's sadistic. It's just not natural.
Oh.
So, you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's time to question.
you touch me, I'm leaving.
That's right.
I'm not gonna be around here.
Yeah.
I'm not in no abusive relationship.
Right.
Put your
I
hand
mean-
on me, one. No,
You so
I
silly.
had, yeah.
I mean, what do you think that the reason why you got male and females that, because it's not only happening with women, it's also happening with males as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why do you think that they keep going back into that certain situation over and over again?
Well, you know what? I have three sisters, and for some reason, I was the only one that was attracted to the nothing brothers, the bums, you know, and it wasn't their fault. And I'm not male bashing or anything.
No,
I'm just calling a spade a spade.
Right.
It wasn't their
Different
fault.
types.
I would seek those type of men out because I was attracted to those types of behaviors. I didn't even know it.
Right.
You know, whether he was calling me a B or, you know, any name, getting slapped in front of my kids, because what I did was I equated that with love. And for some reason, I felt like if you didn't do this to me or we wasn't arguing, you didn't love me. You wasn't showing me that emotion. That's what I was after. I wanted to trigger that. So once I got that reaction, it was like he was saying, baby, I love you. I'll never do it again. She meant nothing to me, when in reality, he wasn't.
Right.
So you was like one of those nagging girls, dude.
No,
I
man.
was.
That's how, like, I mean, I'm
You know
listening
what?
to what you're saying.
No,
So,
go
and
ahead.
to actually, as far as from a male point of view,
Sure, absolutely.
like, I'm not actually, you know, advocating like violence or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But to me, I believe to push a man to that point, which I don't hit women. Okay?
No,
Put
yeah,
that
yeah,
out
no.
there. I
And
hit
you don't
women.
necessarily have to hit him.
But-
It's mental.
Right, to
They-
push a man to that point, you will have to like nag him,
Not
and
necessarily.
actually push those buttons.
Not necessarily. You just want things to go right. You have a child with this person. You know, you have a kid with this person. You want things to go right. You want your relationship to be like your everybody else's relationship.
Right.
You want to be happy. So you want him to keep a job. You want him to, come home when he say he gonna come home. Don't
Oh,
slap
20
me.
minutes, right.
Yeah,
I'll be home
don't
in 20
beat me.
minutes, don't come back
Right.
till 2 days
Don't
later.
take the money that we
Right.
was gonna use to pay the bills and trick it off, with your
Right.
friends and stuff like that. Let's be serious about this. So no, that has nothing to do with nagging. That just has something to do with I just wanted a healthy relationship. But it wasn't him. Like I said, it was me because I could have easily just walked away. But I had to ask myself why. Why didn't I? So that's what posed this question to me and made this a live topic. So.
I mean, because it makes you want to reevaluate the relationships that you're in right now. Believe me, because I've been many minted.
Yeah.
And like prime example is my son's father, because I kept going back to that situation over and over and over again until I woke up and was like Medea said, once you turn that certain age, that light come on.
Yeah.
And if it don't come on, you check your bulb. Because it's something wrong with that situation.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he wasn't mentally abusive, physically abusive. He was just more of a, let's see, I want to say, he was more of a, he wasn't a liar.
Okay.
He was you can't say it on the radio, but
say it, girl, say it.
One of them smoles, you see what I'm saying? He couldn't keep himself together. He always felt that he had a wandering eye.
Okay, he was a cheater.
Right, so he was just distributing to other places.
But you know what? That's inappropriate. And for you, you accommodated inappropriate behavior for a long time.
Right.
So that's part of being addicted to abusive relationships.
Right.
And it wasn't his fault; it was yours because you could easily walk away.
Right. I stayed on and got trapped. And not to say I got trapped, but at the same time, I had a child by this man.
Yeah.
And then after that happened, he did it again, and he stopped. I ain't never cheated on you again. And the next thing you know, he's cheating again.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out, was that any into that particular topic?
But you know what? What you have to ask yourself is, where did you learn this behavior from? We learn it from our mothers. Yeah. They learn it from their mothers and their mothers and their mothers. And by them staying in that relationship saying, well, he just hit me and it's going to be okay and we just going to stick it out. That's what you think. That's your reality. Right. So you were kind of grandfathered into this. It's almost like when you feed your kids McDonald's. You know that that's not healthy, but they grow up and they fat and you're wondering why. It's like any other addiction. Right. You know it's not good for you, but you continue to do it even if it ultimately kills you. It's ladies who actually die from this type of addiction because they can't walk away and they have nobody else to blame but themselves. But they were grandfathered again into the relationship, like I said. So now it's time to shed light. And the only way I was able to understand it, I had to actually go back to my past once I got into a healthy relationship. And the energy that I was putting into that negative relationship, I started focusing on myself and in my healthy relationship. And that's what made me start clicking. Right. And I'm going, okay, why did I stay with this man for so long? Right. Then I started getting angry. But then I became present. Mm-hmm. And then now my future. So you have got to go back and revisit it. And you have to, be true to yourself and just try to understand why, and see it for what it is. Okay. And that's the only way you're going to get through it.
Okay, that's a real big breakdown because, like I said, I know people like that, and believe me, I've experienced it. I mean, I have a friend that called me up 2-3 o'clock in the morning where she's crying, like boo-hooing, like she don't know what to do. And I'm like, and I can't give her any kind of advice because I told her, I can't basically give you any advice. Yeah. Because my relationship was so jacked up. I just can't say, well, you just go on and leave him. Yeah. And then you're going to turn around and be like, no, I'm not going to leave him because, so on and so forth. Yeah. And so it's kind of hard with that.
But you know what? It's about, a lot of women want to go, they want to say, well, they have all of these commercials about domestic violence, and what you got to understand is domestic violence is actual situation. Addicted to abusive love relationships is the addiction. Right. You have got to stop pacifying the situation and start dealing with the addiction. And a lot of people go, well, Lolita, how can I get out of this? I understand what you're saying, but I'm a wife, and I got kids, and I can't afford to just leave him. I love him. What am I going to do? What you need to do is you have to give yourself a break for 7 days. And the way the 7 whole day system that I created, it was designed by me and created, it came about was I was in this mental and physical abusive relationship, and I was like, well, why can't my situation just be healthy, and why he won't act right? I want to leave, but I just can't. One day, my mom asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said a CD player. And she bought me the CD player. Somebody at work had bought me the Mary J. Blige CD, My Life. Oh, man. Yeah. So then I started.
Hey, you know what? You don't even have to. You don't have to talk
Yeah,
no
right
more.
there.
You
You know
what
just,
I'm
you just
saying?
explain it to
Y'all
all the
feel
women
it?
out there.
Y'all
You was
feel
like,
it?
Mary
You
J.
feel
But
it?
I see why she right now.
feeling
She
me?
got everything together.
Yep,
That's
yep. No,
go ahead.
but seriously, it was like when I got that CD and I started listening to it. When you're in an abusive relationship, whether it's mental or whether it's physical, you tend to stick to yourself. I have to take care of my kids. I gotta work. You know, I can't go to these expensive treatment centers like, you know, celebrities or whatever the case may be. So my downtime is usually when my daughter is sleeping